Ryul Lake, and today I thought I'll talk about why I love travel. I'm Axat. Thank you so much for tuning into my vlog, and let's begin with which places in the world are your favorites to visit. Like, do you like to visit places time and again, or do you just always go for a new place whenever you plan your travel? So one of my favorite places is Ladakh, and that's why I started this video with a Ryul Lake. So those of you who have been to Ladakh will know that Ryul Lake is like hello, goodbye, greetings, everything. Mostly hello, right? And if you ever visit Ladakh or you plan to visit Ladakh, then you can just greet the locals with Ryul Lake and they will greet you with a smile and with kind and open hearts. Okay, so why do I love travel, and why do you love travel? Well, there's always that curiosity to find out how people live in different parts of the world, how people's lives are different because of where they live and how they live in tandem with their surroundings. So that is why the Himalayas, full and complete Himalayas, and I guess all sorts of mountainous regions in the world are my preferred locations to go to. I went to Nepal to my good friend Utsav's Bandipur adventure camp. It's just between Kathmandu and Pokhara, and an awesome max place to go because you get a view of the snow-capped Himalayas, the Annapurna peaks, and it's just awesome. I have made a funny sort of vlog by stitching together all my videos and camera pics of that trip. So I'll try and leave the description in the link below if I remember, because these are unedited vlogs of mine that I just go impromptu on. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about this trip, the recent trip to Ladakh. So we acclimatized in Leh for 2 days, very important because it's high altitude and your body needs time to adjust, especially our plains dwelling bodies, and you get your permit and stuff to visit all the border areas and Pangong, and which is of course a border area with China that have claimed like 80 kilometers of it. And then from the third day we went to Khardung Pass, which is, I would say that it is the highest motorable pass in the world because it's easy to access from Leh. It's barely a couple of hours if you go enjoying the beauty and not in a hurry. And you should never be in a hurry in the mountains because like the Border Roads Organization puts up great signs, that speed thrills but kills and all those things, which is true, which hangs true. Okay, so Khardung Pass, and from there we descended into Nubra Valley towards Diskit, Hundar, Pratapur and Turtuk, the last village of India towards Gilgit, Baltistan, that's claimed by Pakistan. So that was a great couple of days. We went to the Diskit Gompa, which has a huge Buddha statue. I mean, you see my vids and you'll know the scale that I'm talking about. I mean, even if it would, it could be as tall as, my society's buildings. Yeah, so that was a good highlight. And then we of course went to Turtuk, and it was so stormy and cloudy. I mean, weather changes like that, in the snap of Thanos's finger like that. So that was a great experience when you're in raw nature and you're like surrounded by you're on the side of the Nubra river and you're surrounded by snow-capped peaks, but they're brown as they come down to the river because nothing grows over there. I mean, barely grows over there. Okay, so that was a great adventure, but it was just beginning, right? Because then we took the Nubra to Shyok to Nurbuk to Tangse route to reach Pangong. So generally, not many people take that route because it's not well constructed yet. It goes to through the Shyok Valley, and it does take some effort, some good driving to get beyond it. But of course, having experienced these kind of situations before, we made light work of it, to be honest. Okay, so then we stayed at Tangse, and then the next day we went to Pangong. So I sang a song on Pangong, and all those things you can check out in the playlist that I'll link in the description. It's my template description with the Ladakh playlist on top of it. So you don't need to scroll down much. I guess you don't even need to click on the show note to see that. But yeah, so Pangong was awesome as always, and then we went to Chushul, the last village of India towards China, and then Rezangla, where I got this as a keepsake and as a souvenir for the sacrifice that our army men make every day, you know. And I guess I never knew that, but I paid tribute to him at the Rezangla Memorial. I do have a couple of photographs, proper, real, tangible photographs of him on his Siachen stint. But yeah, that's all. So after paying tribute to Rezangla's, at the Rezangla Memorial, we continued on to Hanle. So Hanle is in the Changthang region, and it's home to the highest observatory in India, the Himalayan Chandra telescope. And the mountain on which it is called Saraswati, the goddess of learning in Hindu mythology, and that's awesome acts in its own way. So yeah, it was like a dream come true for me, because I love space and I want mankind to venture out and become spacefaring and, you know, expand to Moon and Mars, and that's what I've written my science fiction on. So another link to be added. Note to self. Yeah, so at Hanle we were lucky. We stayed at the Padma guest house, and the person there, they are all very genial and very nice people. So the our hosts at Padma guest stay, they managed to get us an inside look at the telescope and the observatory, which was awesome max. And there is a solar array and 7 smaller radio telescopes in the plain between the Hanle village, I mean a little far apart from the Hanle village, and the Saraswati mountain on which the observatory is. So seeing those things at the top of the world is a literally heavenly experience, I would say, because you're looking at the stars at night and the Milky Way is faintly visible, and the clear skies over there. We need to keep them that way, right? So you can, like, you know, take small steps at the individual level to try and combat climate change and try and, if not reverse, then at least reduce artificial damage to earth and nature. Let's use technology because we have it. Right? Okay, so from Hanle we went to Nyoma, which is a nice little town, and from there we went to I think Chumathang. We crossed Chumathang on our way back to Leh. It has a small little hot spring. I mean, there is a more beautiful wooden bridge, a couple of bridges actually, with the prayer flags, the money flags of Buddhism, you know, fluttering in the wind over the river, and it's a very beautiful experience. Right? Share your experiences with me, and let's get a nice, you know, zero impact travel initiative going, because all you need to do to take care at an individual level or at a group level, if you go with people, is to keep track of your trash. Just maintain one handy big garbage bag depending on how many people you are, and keep throwing all your trash in it and dispose of it in the proper place. Like every restaurant will have a dustbin, and there is a channel, there are channels that will bring that plastic waste and non-biodegradable waste down towards the collection center, the recycling centers, whatever it is. Like Healing Himalayas is a foundation which does a great job of organizing cleanup drives and all. So even at the individual level you can contribute. It's not like, you know, you have to leave it to other people that, you know, they will manage the trash. I'm just going to throw it in the lake or in the river or on the mountainside. That's not nice. So I hope that the upcoming younger generation and all of you who are watching, thank you and namaste, and share with me your travel experiences, where you have been, where you are, whether you are, you know, doing one of those work from anywhere things, and let's see. All right, thanks so much once again. I'm Axat signing off for now. Julle.